Hello, dear friends, and all you wonderful kids out there. Welcome to another day of fun, filled with stories and learning. Today, we have a special story about a delightful duck named Jemima Puddle Duck. It's a tale packed with adventure and a sprinkle of wisdom. Oh, the places we'll go and the things we'll see with Jemima. So cozy up, tune in, and let's set our imaginations free. Are you ready to join Jemima Puddle Duck on her adventure? Here we go. Once upon a time, there lived a duck named Jemima Puddle Duck. Jemima wasn't your everyday ordinary duck. Oh no, she was special. With her beautiful blue bonnet and pink feathered coat, she was the talk of the farmyard. Jemima had a great love for laying eggs. It was her pride and joy. She would spend her days nestled in her favorite cozy corner, humming to herself as she laid her beautiful eggs. But there was a problem. You see, every time Jemima laid her eggs, they would mysteriously disappear, much to her distress. It was as if they were being taken away by an unseen hand. This left Jemima heartbroken. She loved her eggs and wanted to see them hatch into lovely little ducklings. But how could she if they kept disappearing? This question troubled Jemima deeply. Jemima, with a determined heart, decided to find a new place to lay her eggs. In her search, Jemima met a friendly-looking gentleman with a bushy tail and a red coat. Yes, this wasn't just any ordinary gentleman, but a clever fox with a charming smile. His eyes sparkled with curiosity as he noticed Jemima, a lovely duck with a bonnet, waddling around. "Hello, dear," he greeted, his voice as smooth as honey. Jemima, feeling a bit lost, returned his greeting with a polite quack. Spotting her predicament, the fox saw an opportunity. He introduced himself and offered Jemima a safe haven at his home, deep in the woods. "It's the perfect spot for a duck like you to lay her eggs," he said with a cunning glint in his eyes. Jemima, oblivious to the fox's ulterior motives, felt a wave of relief wash over her. She had found a friend, a kind soul in the woods who was willing to help her. The fox led her to a cozy nook under an old tree stump, hidden from the world. It was serene and quiet, just what Jemima needed. Every day under the fox's watchful eyes, Jemima would waddle to the secret spot and lay her precious eggs. She felt secure, happy even, believing she had found the perfect place to nurture her future ducklings. And so, Jemima began laying her eggs in the secret place, unaware of the danger that lurked. Meanwhile, a kind farm dog named Kep had noticed Jemima's disappearance. Kep, with his keen sense of smell and sharp instincts, was quick to realize that something was amiss. He knew Jemima was too trusting for her own good, and he felt a pang of worry. He sniffed around, picking up a scent that made his fur stand on end. It was the smell of a fox, a creature known for its cunning and trickery. His suspicion grew. He remembered seeing a fox lurking around the farm lately, watching from the shadows. With a sense of urgency, Kep decided to alert the other farm animals. He gathered the wise old sheepdog, the agile cat, and the observant rooster. They all knew Jemima, and they all cared for her. They were a diverse group, but they shared a common goal: to find their friend and bring her back home. The animals set off, following the scent that Kep had picked up. They journeyed through fields and forests, their determination unwavering. As they approached a secluded den, they heard a familiar quack. It was Jemima. The den belonged to the fox. Kep's suspicions had been right. The animals knew they had to act quickly. The fox was sly, but they were determined. The sheepdog distracted the fox with a loud bark, while Kep, the cat, and the rooster sneaked into the den. The rescue mission was risky, but they were ready to do whatever it took to save their friend. Inside the den, they found Jemima, oblivious to the danger she was in. She was sitting on a nest, protectively covering her eggs. She looked up, surprised to see her friends, but also relieved. They ushered her out of the den, away from the fox, and the peril she had unknowingly walked into. The animals returned to the farm, Jemima waddling along with them, her eggs safe under her wings. They had not only rescued their friend, but also taught the cunning fox a lesson he wouldn't forget. And just in time, Jemima and her eggs were saved from the cunning fox. Back at the farm, Jemima was welcomed as a hero. The farm was abuzz with excitement and happiness. The sun was setting, casting a golden glow over everything, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of celebration. The other animals were cheering for Jemima, their cheers echoing throughout the farm. Jemima, with her feathers all fluffed up and her eyes twinkling with joy, was the star of the show. She was back safely with her eggs, and oh, it was indeed a sight to behold. The farm animals had arranged a grand feast to celebrate Jemima's return. There were piles of fresh fruits, crunchy vegetables, and delicious treats for everyone. Jemima was at the center of it all, her heart filled with joy and gratitude. She looked at her precious eggs, nestled safely beside her, and she knew she had made it through. As the moon replaced the sun, painting the sky with shades of silver and blue, the farm settled down, and Jemima took a moment to reflect on her journey. It had been a whirlwind of emotions, from excitement to fear to relief. She realized the danger she had put herself and her eggs into by trusting a stranger without thinking twice. And so, dear friends, here we find the moral of our story. The tale of Jemima Puddle Duck is a reminder to all of us about the importance of being cautious. It teaches us not to trust strangers blindly and to always seek advice from a trusted adult before making important decisions. It's okay to be friendly, but it's equally important to be safe. This beautiful tale also emphasizes the value of courage and resilience. Jemima showed us that no matter how tough the situation gets, with a brave heart and a little help from our friends, we can overcome any obstacle. Remember, dear friends, it's important to always be careful and not take help from strangers without consulting with a trusted adult first. Until next time, take care and keep learning.